Have you ever seen one of those Aliexpress lightsabers and thought, hey, I wonder if it's any good? Well, today we're going to take a look into that. So what comes in the box? Well, first thing is you're gonna have this aluminum hilt. You can see it's pretty solid, feels nice in the hands. You're gonna get this 32-inch blade, and it has a nice bullet tip end. And then it's gonna come with this little bag. Inside there's a manual, a couple screws, an Allen key, and then a charger that's specifically designed for the lightsaber. So this particular one is actually from a store called Ciel Tan. And there's actually three major stores. There's the Ciel Tan, the LGT, and then the TXQ. You're gonna see that the LGT is the higher end one. They have better soundboards typically in all of their hilts and their saber setups. And they have just different features, different designs. So from my understanding, these are all under Damien Tech. And essentially they kind of have different brands under them. There's the Saber Studio, LGT Saber, and then there's Damiensaber, and then kind of these other ones like TXQ and Ciel Tan. All right, so the materials and the build of this. It's actually made of 6063 aircraft aluminum. So it's really sturdy, it doesn't like wobble or anything like that. You just need to make sure the blade is in securely. It does have that 1 inch, depth when the blade is secured. So you may want to go a little bit easier. You may want to select a different design with a deeper emitter. It's a little bit more secure, but otherwise it's still pretty good. It holds up. So it has that illuminated switch. I mean, it looks great. It uses a 9-watt RGB LED, right? So you have I think it was 12 color fonts. Some of them are similar. There's probably like half of them you'll use and the rest of them you won't even bother. For me, like I love the Cyan, so I typically will have it on Cyan. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do to power it on is you're gonna hold it for about 4 seconds. So you can see it's not lit. And once you turn it on, then you can just tap it and you can see the color. So we got that set up. What we can do is if we want to change the color, we're going to hold it for about 2 seconds and then we're going to release, and then we're just going to tap it and you can see some really nice colors. It's like kind of like a peachy orange. We have like a lime green, a lighter green. We got an orange. We got a nice like purple. This one is kind of like a very cold purple white, and this is a pure white, and this is a red, and a nice blue. This one's like a white with a tint of that blue, and this one is a really nice kind of cyan color, and then we back to the normal green. So you can see it's pretty nice. What I would do is when you hold the button for about 4 seconds, it's going to shut off again and it'll save that particular color, and then that way when you turn it on again, it'll be back to that same color. You have that deep sleep mode. You hold it for I think it was 10 seconds and then it shuts off completely. 2 to 4 hour charging time, and again use that 5 volt max in terms of the wall adapter. So to change the sound fonts, there's 6 sound fonts. You're going to hold this for 2 seconds.
I'm a Jedi, like my father before me.
So that one is Vader.
That lightsaber was Luke's.
This one is Luke's.
Solo.
You have something I want. I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
I am a Jedi.
And then back to Luke Skywalker. 2 watts 4 ohms with the speaker. It's not that loud, but it also sounds a little muddy. It's not the greatest speaker, so that's one thing to keep in mind. If you want to go with a higher one, spend the money and you get way better quality in the sound. It has those 6 sound fonts, and then the high, the low, the silent mode. It has the flash on clash, the blaster deflect, the lockup. It doesn't have the smooth swing, the really nice directional sound. So that's one thing that you may want to consider spending a little bit more to get that better soundboard and just, you know, the sounds and the experience. Okay, so the ergonomics, I mean, you know, it feels really good in the hands. When I'm kind of swinging, I'm typically higher on the actual hilt, almost close to the emitter. One thing is like, yeah, it's not as smooth over here. It's still fairly smooth, like you're not gonna feel like you're getting cut or anything, but I imagine if you're swinging for like 20-30 minutes, you might get like calluses or something like that, or it might, you know, get a blister. The end of the pommel, even though it is fairly smooth, when you're swinging, this thing can scratch you. So that's one thing you want to consider, is if you're going to be dueling with this like crazy or a stunt saber, you may want to go with a more smoother hilt design, because that will scratch you. But it looks really good, and I mean that's what kind of why I chose it, is I really like the design of this particular hilt. So my overall thoughts on price and the value of it is not bad for the price. Essentially, this is around $70 Canadian, and then you add a couple of different things with import, right? The import fees and stuff, the duties, and then the shipping was $10 for DHL, 7 days. It arrived in 8 days. You're gonna pay a little bit more for getting better sound effects, all that. It may be worth it. This, there's a little bit, I feel like there's kind of a desire that I wish the sound was a little bit better. I wish there was a little bit, you know, more colors. I mean, overall it's okay. I am happy with it for the price that I paid. Right, so what do I think of this lightsaber overall? I think it's pretty good for the price. Essentially it's $70 Canadian. With everything said and done, you're looking around 95 Canadian. USD, that's probably like 70 bucks or 65 bucks. You're not gonna get the really nice Neopixel Blade. So it's not fully even, it's not as bright. It's a single LED, RGB LED, versus the Tri-Cree ones are gonna be brighter. And then the sound quality isn't that clear, and it doesn't have the smooth swing. So the sound effects aren't that great. They're okay, they're muddy for the price. So I think if you're looking for this, it's a really good budget saber. It's not going to compare to the higher end models. It's not to say that they don't carry them. They do. There's several different ones. You'll see there's a different in price, and those ones I would probably recommend if you're looking for a single saber that has everything you could kind of want, because the sound again is not that great, and the light variations, the light colors, they're not that amazing. I'd prefer if you could maybe select different colors, like it kind of is like full RGB, so, and then you could just click and then it would maybe stop or something. But it does have some decent colors. I will typically use, you know, a couple of the really vibrant ones, like this cyan is my favorite, and it's really vibrant. Some of the other ones are just kind of like white colored with tints of a hint of whatever color it is, like purple or something. So overall, it is a really good price for what you're getting. But if you're looking for a higher end one, just spend the extra money. I would probably say like the 150 to 200 and up is when you're gonna get the way better quality. There are local stores in North America, in the US. There's not too many in Canada. I think there's only one, which is on the West Coast. I'm here on the East Coast. But there's like Crimson Dawn, Dark Wolf Sabers, Rebel Sabers, I think as well, is a reseller of LGT. And those ones, you're gonna get the 1-year warranty versus the 3 months. So you're gonna get the 1-year warranty, you're gonna get the upgraded soundboard, the smooth swing, the better speaker, and then you have some of the options as well to get the Neopixel Blade versus I think the baselit. This one is baselit. So those are your options, and this is the TXQ LGT Ciel Tan budget lightsaber. Thanks for watching.